everyone. Welcome back to the So She Slay Show. I'm Heather.
Hi, I'm Chauncey, and today Heather had this bright idea that we should do a card game to get to know each other a little bit better. So Heather, please tell everyone your amazing bright idea that we should do today.
I like how you're making me own this.
Yeah, of course.
But
Of course.
I saw this game. It's called the We're Not Really Strangers, and this is actually the one we're going to be doing today is the Own It expansion pack. It's a collaboration between We're Not Really Strangers and DVF, which if you don't know who DVF is, she is an amazing like woman entrepreneur. She just does everything in like fashion, and you know, she's just a very, very well off person, but we love her. Basically, it's kind of like a Cards Against Humanity type of thing where you really get to know the people that are around the table, but it's not really funny in a way. It's just full with a lot of deep questions. So Chauncey and I go way back. We're like best friends. So I kind of figured this would be really fun to play and record and to see if maybe we can learn something new about each other.
Let's see. I'm excited. I'm nervous because I don't like random questions coming towards me all the time. But for Heather, I will do this. I will do this for you. So let's do it. Okay, I'm ready. Whatever happens, happens. Okay. I'm ready.
It's cute. It's an expansion pack, and at the very front of it, it says, "What if your biggest insecurities were your greatest strengths? They are if you own it." This is kind of serious. Maybe it doesn't need to be serious. Maybe, like, if we had a glass of wine, it wouldn't be nearly as bad.
You know what? And I'm upset that it's too early, technically, to drink wine. But yes, for sure, I'll have a glass of wine at lunch today because of this.
At the very beginning, it gives you a little card. It says, open up. And this is, I think, the little, instrucciones. Okay, It says, to own it is to accept the truth and deal with it, however unpleasant it may be. We're Not Really Strangers and DVF came together to create an expansion pack all about owning the person we are today and the person we're becoming. To play, journal your answers, or explore this deck with a loved one who's willing to dig deep. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go for it. Let's get it over with.
So these are what these cards look like.
They're really cute.
Right? All different colors. Forewarn you, Chance. I haven't looked at any of these these cards.
So we're out the dark. We have nothing. We know nothing. Okay. So
I know nothing about what these cards say or what they're gonna ask
Now I'm
us.
even more stressed. Now I'm even more stressed about this because I'm like, now at least like if someone read them before, I'm like, oh okay. But now like we know nothing. Okay.
Okay.
Well, this is great.
Let's dive in. Okay, first card. Ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Who in your life do you want to build a deeper relationship with?
Ooh.
Okay.
Like my aunties, maybe. Like I'm really close to my aunties though. Like I'm like over the past 5 or 6 years, I've made like more of an effort to make sure like I talk to me like once a week. I mean like a standalone like phone appointment and stuff like that. But it would be nice to like have a deeper relationship with them. I would say my uncles, but they passed away. But I think it would be cool to have had a really deep relationship with them growing up before they passed away. Okay, that's a little deep. So we're starting off like that. Okay.
I know,
cool.
These are some really deep questions. Okay, so for
Heather.
For me, I think it would be probably my brother. My parents and my sister and I, we have really, really good relationships, I think. I think we just have spent a lot of time together, and my brother is the youngest. He's the baby. And we're very similar, but we're also very, very different. Extreme opposites. His brain works differently than mine. And so a lot of the things that I would think my trains of thoughts and that kind of stuff aren't necessarily his. And not that it's bad or good, just the different
ways.
And I think we used to be super close when we were growing up because we're only 2 years apart. But I think as he's gotten older and became an adult and like he's married and all that kind of stuff, I don't think our relationship is as close as what it used to be. But I also understand too that there's like, we both had to go through a lot of growing pains during those years that we weren't together. And, you know, I know for him, he was just kind of trying to figure himself out in a way and trying to figure out his own, you know, path and own journey and that kind of stuff. And for me, I was not as understanding. I was more like, that's wrong.
But
and
you're
a lot
the older
more
sister, so you try and protect
yeah, and
them,
I was
that's
always
all.
I'm a very, very protective person over people that I care
Yes.
about. So it wasn't as easy of a relationship or, you know, I guess ways of communication. And he's not a super talkative person anyways, and I am, like, I will freaking talk your ear off. So yeah, if there's anyone I would want a deeper relationship with, it would probably be to rebuild the deeper relationship and the closeness that I had with my brother when we were younger, but like in adult form. Okay.
Okay, first question.
All right,
Already out
you
the
know,
gate. Okay.
No one's crying just yet.
No, we're good. So shockingly.
Okay, so we are shuffling again. Now, as I shuffle, I am going to let you know that this is an expansion pack, like I said, but they do have like their main pack, and they have other expansion packs. One about relationship, one about your ex, one about like, you know, just life in general. I mean, these are some pretty heavy duty questions, and I kind of want to figure out how they came up with their questions, but you know,
That's
we'll
a whole
figure that out
different
for
topic.
another day.
Yes.
Okay, next
Oh,
card.
gosh.
What do you wish you had the courage to do and the courage to say?
Oh, come on. Like, courage to do is probably like just travel the world and quit my job and just be a
Straight
freelancer
YOLO
and
everything, huh?
Don't YOLO life, like what Drake says, YOLO. And I wish I could be like, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna quit my job, I'm not gonna worry about bills or insurance or stuff like that, and just be a freelancer and just trust in that plan. That's not me. I'm not that person. I need a plan. I need a backup plan. Like, that's enough. And I know that about myself, but I wish I was like, yeah, let's just go travel next month. Like, yeah, let's just go do it. That's not me. And I wish it was. What's
What
the
do you
second
wish
question?
you had the courage
What's the
to
second question?
say?
Oh, I wish I can tell people and be like vulnerable about things. Like, I'm not a vulnerable person. It takes a lot for me to be vulnerable with people. Heather knows it's like I will fight back the tears to cry over something. Okay,
But I feel like that's like
until I break down
normal. I feel like
completely.
that's
Yeah,
like
it's
every
normal.
adult.
I know, but like I wish I was more vulnerable with my feelings. Like if I'm like, I've gotten better over the years. If I'm upset with someone, I will tell them I'm upset with someone. Like with you at the moment, like, you know, this is how it made me feel. But I wish I could just be like that all the time with everyone. Like, you know, like friends, dating. Like I wish I was, yes, I like you. I don't talk about how I feel with guys or anyone. I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. I don't text you first. I don't try to text you first. I tell you I don't text you first. Like my like family and friends, I'm like, oh, I'm okay. Peacefully dying inside probably, but like, yeah, I don't tell people and about how I feel all the time, and I feel like if I did that, I'll be so much in a better place. But I think over the past year, especially the pandemic, I have been very a straight shooter with people and tell people you would treat me a better way. So I'm good with that. If I feel mistreated, I do say right then and there, hey, this is how you have
Yeah,
me
you're a
up,
lot
and that's
better
it.
though. Like I feel like you've gotten a lot
Yes,
better
I
at
was.
delegating too, or
Yeah.
like asking for help, or hey,
Yes.
I'm going through this right now, or hey, I'm too busy.
I
Can
can't
you do
do
this?
it.
Like,
Because Heather knows, like, I will try to do everything, and you're like this, you need a break.
yeah,
Let me take care of it.
or
And
you
I was like,
overwhelm
okay,
yourself,
you're right.
and then it's like you know that's when like
Yes.
everybody starts losing patience, or it's like that's when the whole, you know, I feel like you should know this because you know I'm doing this, this, and this, and I'm just like, I have no clue. Can you say something? Like,
I wish I could just be like, this is what you have me effed up, or like, if I like you, right? Like, if I tell a guy, hey, I like you, and that's the story. But now I tell people, yeah, you have me effed up today. And I say that without like worry about the like repercussions, which
that's
is great,
good.
But yeah. I'm doing better. You know, in my 30s,
You live
how, like,
and you learn.
Like what you say, what you say. You live and you learn. You say what you say, but I would love to travel the world and just be like, F a job, F bills, F
be a little bit
I'm
more
just gonna travel and be a
free-spirited in
freelancer.
that realm.
God, I wish I was a hippie. I dress like a hippie, but I'm not a hippie.
Self-proclaimed, what was it, like boho?
I'm a bohemian trap star. And like my room is like, if you looked at how my room was, like literally like a mix of bohemian and like hippie stuff, and then like a very trap star lifestyle, and it works for me, and I live to love it. So yeah, a bohemian trap star is how I describe myself in the streets.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what do I wish I had the courage to do?
You do a lot of things that I don't have the courage to do, so I feel like you do everything.
I feel like for me, I'm a little impulsive sometimes. And I kind of just say, fuck it a lot, why not? Which is not always a good thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. However, I will say, it's like I'm not reckless. I'm a risk taker, but I'm not reckless.
No, you're not.
For me, I wish I had the courage to kind of maybe not worry about my financial security so much. I mean, I work, which is great. And I do things that I love, and I create my own schedule, which is awesome. So I can go out and travel and be impulsive and, you know, take risks and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I always equate like money to freedom, and freedom is like the one thing that I just try to get always in everything. Just like being able to do whatever the hell I want to do when I want to do it. That sounds very selfish, but I mean,
no, it's not. It's a good thing. I wish I was more like that without thinking of all the consequences.
I wish I was a little bit more, I guess, adventurous in that aspect, where I didn't freak out, where I'm like, okay, you know, I'm by no means struggling. Like I'm okay.
No.
But but I'm in no means like I'm not driving a Bugatti down the fucking street either. Like, let's be honest. I know. I mean, like, hey,
I wish there was a Lambo.
So maybe I wish I had the courage
to
kind of like disregard the importance of money so much, which I don't know if ever could happen. We don't know. I mean, money equates freedom to me. So. And freedom is what I live for.
One day.
But the courage to say, I mean, I do say a lot of things, but I say I'm different when it comes to like romantic relationships. In all other aspects of my life, family, friends, professional, everything like that, I am so fucking direct that sometimes it can come off a little mean or a little scary. I don't mean it to be, and I've definitely toned it down as far as like either the sarcasm or the bluntness, especially around people that I don't know. But I'm a direct person. I don't do the bullshit. I don't pussyfoot. I don't sugarcoat. Like, it's a waste of time. It's the efficiency thing for me. Like, you're gonna know. But when it comes to romantic sides of my life, I wish I was that direct. I mean, I'm definitely getting better because I realize this is a problem for me, especially like when emotions and shit like that gets involved. I realize that like my brain doesn't fucking work the way that it does in all other aspects of my life. It's definitely going to be like the vulnerability, the just being super, super direct and not worrying about whether somebody likes me or not, or if it's going to ruin anything or not.
Yeah.
It's really just coming to terms with the fact that like, you know, I am who I am, and at this stage of my life, you know, it's kind of a take it or leave it situation. Like, this is our third card. We got two more after this. You ready?
Okay.
What question have you avoided asking someone? What question have you avoided asking yourself?
I'm like an interviewer. Like, they say people who are Capricorns are very interview kind of people, and I'm that person. I ask a lot of questions. I need to know what the heck is going on. Like, what the heck is going on with you? Like, what are we doing? Who are you? What are we gonna be? Like, I just need to know what's going on as a person, so I know how to like track your life. You know, like kind of like track your mood. So yes, I interview people relationships, friendships, parents, sisters, anyone.
He's like 21 questions with Chauncey.
I'm 21 questions, and I'm a Capricorn. I read that somewhere, and I was like, how dare you say that? And I was like, oh, that's me, though. That's completely me.
That's me.
That's me. But, so yeah, I don't have a problem asking anyone questions. It's bad. Questions I'm afraid to ask myself. Am I truly happy with my career? Like, I'm happy. Like, remember, I'm very happy with it. Like, I like my company. I like where I work at. I love the people I work with. But do I feel like I can do something more in my career? Like, obviously, I'm not doing what I went to school for, because whatever you went to college for, you really don't do in your career life. But do I wish I would have pursued advertising more, or like a fashion journalism degree more in my career, instead of just doing what I do now?
Like, fulfilled?
I feel fulfilled. Like, I do feel fulfilled. Like, we have Sochi Slaves, which is great. And I get to do, like, advertising and journalism at the same time. But I wonder if I would have, like, truly went to, like, LA or New York after college, would I have changed my career differently, you know? And I used to think, oh, that's a regret. I used to think that, but I don't feel like everything's a regret in life. I feel like God has a plan for you, has a plan for you, that you already take the steps. So, like, if I really wanted to go to New York or LA right now, I could and do that. But I think I was put in this path to go this way, and I feel like with Sochi Slaves I can do both at the same time and have both dreams fulfilled.
So in a way you kind of are doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. It's just not for a main, like a
Fortune 500 company.
Exactly, not yet. Sochi Slaves could be there like in like 10 years. You never know. Oh, but yeah, like I could be doing that, but then everything worked out, especially when we graduated from college. The market was crazy. Mm-hmm. So
oh gosh, right.
I have a stable career that like is not going anywhere. So like I'm very happy about that. But yeah, I think about that sometimes. Like, especially like, you know, when I was younger, I was like, oh, I wish I would have just done that. But I worked for some amazing companies over the past 10 years almost. So it's been great. But you know, you think about that sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like a kind of like a what could have been type of a thing.
What could have, would have, should have.
Yeah, but not necessarily like in a negative way, just like out of curiosity. Not necessarily feeling like you missed something, but just out of curiosity how that played out. So what questions have I avoided asking someone, and what questions have I avoided asking myself?
I'm sorry, you ask everyone everything, so.
I do. I mean, it's... I don't really know.
We're the same person.
I don't know what questions I haven't asked people. No, I tend to just like...
Heather, okay, side note, Heather asks people all the questions. Like, she asked my sister's boyfriend when she first met him, how old are you?
Okay, like, it is not my fault. Everybody was wondering, and I had the guts to ask, okay?
Like, she was like, if she was the big sister of the moment, because I was just like, you know, trying to be the cool older sister, let my sister have fun with her new boyfriend and everything. Here's Heather. And how old are you?
Okay.
How old are you? And it was the funniest thing, because Heather has no filter, and she forgets it. So when this question, like, have you ever had a question that I ask? Heather asks all the questions. Like, even if I don't want to ask it, like, I got this. Don't you worry.
I got this. Let me ask.
So Heather is the best asking questions to people.
It's more like the questions I probably shouldn't ask.
Yes, like I interview people. Heather integrates people. She's like, oh no, we're gonna get the truth today.
I'm like, no. I'm also, you're lying, right? Because your eyes are telling me that you're lying right now. So tell me the truth. And I'm just like, oh, that's probably not a good look. Like,
I will never forget. My mom was like, how was Quincy's boyfriend? And I was like, oh man. Heather asked the real question. And how old are you?
You know, I mean, we were all wondering. I was wondering, and I was like, you know what? I will be that crazy ass friend. I do not even care.
It was great.
I feel like this question would be better served if it'd be like, what question should Heather not ask?
And honestly, and I think that'll be better. So... It'll be better for Heather, but no. Heather's gonna ask the question she wants to ask.
I'm curious, okay? I'm naturally curious, so I just ask the questions. What questions have I avoided asking myself, or what question have I avoided asking myself? I don't know. I feel like I'm super self-reflective. Like, I do a lot of like shit in my head. I like freaking analyze the shit out of things. And myself, like, why do I do certain things?
And it's good though.
I try to keep myself in check that way. So I'm like,
oh gosh.
Sometimes I'll get like those moments where like a jealousy thing will pop up or like an envy thing, and I'm like, ooh, that is not a good look. What are you doing, Heather?
Where is
this coming from? Because I mean, that's a human emotion, right? Or worry or whatever. And it's like one of those things where you're just like, there is something here that you need to be looking at, Heather, because this is not a good look for you. But
it's self-reflection that
I know. I don't know if there's any question, like dire question that I feel like I'm missing asking myself. It is what it is on that factor. We have one more card. One more card.
One more. Thank God.
Look at you. Thank God. What act of kindness from a stranger will you never forget? That's really sweet.
This is really good. I was in grad school. I was taking BART, and this older black lady, look, she could be like a grandmother to me or like an auntie to me, whatever. Like I was at BART waiting to get on, and she gets like, she's right behind me, of course, and we're like standing in line, and I was having a really bad day. Like I was having a really bad day. I think it was just like school, my mom just got sick, and like, relationship issues, just everything that you could imagine someone can go through. And I looked sad. I wasn't crying. I just looked really sad. And she came up to me, she's like, "It's gonna be okay, baby girl."
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
And I just start crying. It just came out. It was literally like a week after my mom got diagnosed with cancer. She's good now. But like all that stuff that came out, and then she just said, "It's gonna be okay, baby girl." She just looked at me and told me that. Not even asking me like how I was doing, what was going on. She just said that to me. And I just literally gave her a hug. And I was like, "Thank you for saying that." And I felt like that was like my grandma speaking to me for some reason. Like my grandma was like in her zone, is gonna tell my granddaughter it's gonna be okay. And I just gave her a hug, and we talked for a little bit. And she made me laugh about funny stuff. And then that was it. And I'll never forget that, because it felt so good to hear that someone said that who didn't even know me, but saw the pain in me. Like I wasn't crying. I just looked deflated. I looked defeated, basically. And she said that. And I'll never forget that. So yeah, like that was like the best act of kindness I've ever had.
That is really, really good. Oh my gosh.
That was like 9 years ago.
Shout out for
like,
those
9 years ago. I'll never forget that. I was at BART. I hope that woman was so cute. She's just like on her way to, I think she said she's on her way to visit her daughter, because she's just retired. She told me her little life story, and I was like, "You are so adorable." I would literally, I just gave her the biggest hug. I was like, "Thank you." But yeah, that was my favorite act of kindness I've ever had.
I mean, a lot of nice things have happened to me, but like, of course, when you're asked about them, like, you don't freaking remember. Maybe when I was in Hong Kong with my friend, it was I think we were in like Macau or something like that. We were trying to find this one tourist spot. I cannot remember it for the life of me. We walked everywhere though. We got on so many buses. This woman could tell that we were a little lost and we were trying to find something. And she, like, you could tell that she was just getting home from work or getting off of work or something like that, and we were all on the bus. And she, like, came up to, my friend and I and was just like, "Oh, hey, what are you looking for? I can help you. Here, get off on this with me." And, walk up. Like, she walked us. She didn't walk us directly to the tourist spot, but she, walked us through as far as, like, go through this direction, go through that direction. A lot of the kindness that I have encountered, obviously not the only moments of kindness, but have been like while I'm traveling or like in a different country where you could tell that like I don't really fit in. Well, like Macau was different. But like South Africa, there was like really nice people there too. And I mean, there's not very many Asian people there. So definitely do not look like people.
They just have a sense.
But South Africa's a third world country too, so you could also be taken advantage of. but there's like a lot of, you know, the Uber drivers and that kind of stuff were really nice. And a lot of
nice
the other people, you know, who work in the tourism industry are like, hey, heads up, do this, do that, or whatever. So I've been really blessed that way when I travel to come across people who are nice rather than like wanting to take advantage of you. So, and it's like little acts of kindness, you know, whether it's like, don't go down this street at such and such night, or, you know, little somethings. And it's like when you're new to a place, especially when you're like in a foreign country, you know, those types of things help. So shout out to those people.
Yes. And that's how it's supposed to be.
So obviously you can tell that there's a lot more to this pack. Now this pack is all about like owning, obviously, your insecurities, owning who you are. I feel like this was amazing in the fact that, you know, that's kind of what Slays talks about all the time, is like kind of owning your own truth and your own authenticity, your own voice, and all that kind of stuff. I highly recommend like sitting down, maybe with some booze or whatever, and like going through some of these cards with like your friends.
It was actually really fun. Like next time for sure we'll have a glass of wine doing this.
Or a margarita. Sangria.
But honestly, this was fun. I think it's good to do this with your friends, just to like know who your friends are on a deeper level, because like sometimes we're all like presenting a different person to ourselves.
And sometimes you're presenting a different person even to yourself.
Exactly. Like, so get to know yourself as a person, like also get to know your friends on a deeper level is great, because sometimes you miss those connections, so with yourself and with other people. So this game I do highly recommend.
Yes,
so
head to their website.
This game and recording.
Like, head to their website, go check out this this expansion pack, go check out their other packs that they have. I almost want to go get the relationship one or the X one just to see what that one's about. I feel like that would be really good to play, like if you had a significant other. So much dish. Oh my gosh, all the tea in the world.
You know what? You're so adorable for saying that, you know? That's adorable. I would love to know everyone's business, but I'm an interviewer, so of course Heather's an interrogator, so it'll be great. Gosh. But this has been a great time. So
until Heather, next time, Slay Nation, we'll see you later.